Next is from Demetrius Katsouleros. Kautsorelos. Demetrius Katsourelos from
That
Melbourne,
sounds like
Australia.
a Greek. Oh, it is Greek.
Subject is missile. Yeah, you like Greeks in Australia, obviously. Your wife and family. Whenever we hear about Miss Elizabeth, we always hear about how Randy treated her. But how was she in WCW? Any cool stories about her? What was she like? Also, the truth, she only went to Lex Luger after Disco rejected her advances.
Hmm.
Love the show, and that's what Demetrius Kutsarelos from Melbourne, Australia. She was very quiet. And she was cool, but she was never like in the middle of
Yeah,
conversations, and like Lex
yeah,
always kind of kept her to the side. Randy kept it like there's kind of very submissive to them, you know.
yeah.
And it was funny too. I remember like Lex got hot because they wanted to do an angle where Kidman was hitting on her.
Right.
Okay, and Lex got hot because he didn't want Miss Elizabeth to be like it was the older woman gimmick.
They're
Right.
like,
The other kid, like but
this is
Lex didn't
Robinson.
want her to be portrayed as old.
Yeah.
It's like Lex, she is old. Like nobody's look at this girl like they think that she's like 26. You know what I'm saying? She's an
Right.
older
She's an
woman. Right,
attractive
right,
older
right. As an
lady who
attractive
looks
older lady.
classy,
Right,
and she was classy in real life, bro.
right. Yeah,
You know, because I hung out with her when she was a Luger at the beginning. We used to still ride together,
right,
right?
right,
Very nice. You know, I remember when we went on that tour of like Switzerland. You and me were on the same tour, and he was just being very difficult.
right,
And she was the only one that could calm him down. And she'd look at us like, "Sorry, guys." You know,
right.
we're like, "Yeah, we know."
I never saw her get a temper ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Not like never, not one time. Did I ever see her like in a temper or
She
like be
was
mad?
very
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
She didn't
Right,
even belong in this business.
correct. Next is from the Kevin from Monterey, and the subject is the Four Horsewoman. When it comes to the Four Horsewomen, it seems like the general consensus that Charlotte Flair is the best of the four, if not the greatest women's wrestler of all time. While some fans have argued that Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch deserve that accolade, it's rare to hear Bayley in the conversation. Do you feel like Bayley is overlooked or undervalued in that argument? How would you rank the Four Horsewomen? And what aspects might you rank them that the common fan might be clueless about? Okay, well, all four of those girls do have mastered the art of ring presence and working the crowd during the match. Okay, they're all good at that. From a technical standpoint, though, I think that Charlotte Flair is just a level above these other three. Um, Plus, she's very athletic. She looks like, I mean, but Charlotte Flair comes across as the type of girl that like we would like go on the basketball court with the guys and hold her own. Like she's like got that type of athleticism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the other girls, I would say no, like no. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she's and plus too, she's like how it's kind of weird. Sure, like Ric Flair's offspring. Okay, no disrespect to the guy, but like David Flair is one of the worst second generation wrestlers that there ever was, and Charlotte arguably might be one of like in the conversation for the best second generation wrestler. Like Flair had like both of the spectrums there because David was like terrible.
I
Like
wonder if he.
but
I wonder.
Charlotte is like
He never
unbelievable.
got trained. Correct. He was never ever
I don't
trained.
think so.
Right?
He was just
But
had
it
this
wouldn't have mattered.
right. It's like
Yeah.
it was kind of I mean he got put. Russo used to push him. Like if he was making a pretty prominent part of that show because he was Ric Flair's son, and it was
He
like
became a good
I
character.
was just to argue with Vince sometimes. And like, dude,
Yeah.
this guy's just his work is not good enough. It's like
Remember,
he's like right, yeah. It's like
Briscoe, he gave Crowbar and David the tag titles and had them as a
right.
big
I know
focus on
they
Thunder and
worked
stuff.
with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
The Mama
Oh, that's
Lukes.
right. That's right.
We were doing an angle with these guys, right? It was kind of
Very,
like pulling
very, very nice guy, but kind of a
right,
little bit clueless, right?
right.
Yeah.
Like he was just doing it just for the money. But I'm Ric Flair's son. I got a job. And
Right.
I'm getting pushed because of Ric Flair. But he was completely out of his league. Like there's no way David Flair. Like here's how like Greeny was. There's no way he could lay out a match.
No.
Like just like if you went to work with him, okay, what do you want to do? He'd be like he would have. Okay, tell me what I need to do out there. He's like had to be let alone. So. But yeah, but definitely nice guy. And plus he was dating Stacy Keeler too. How about that?
Score.
That's a good notch in his belt.
Yeah.
Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack by using code K100 at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. Okay, Dale Fortunio, the subject is Gross Girls. Hey, gang, finally saw the Ryan Antonio store match for the pay-per-view. Call me old school. But I'm not interested in seeing chicks mutilate each other, use weapons, and try to participate in matches because the boys do it, and so should we. It's unappealing to a regular fan, or dare I say, that likes attractive girls. AEW seems to like to not only have these messes occur, but also market merch with these gross images like the multiple Britt Baker shirts. Given that, I think this is all to blame on Nia Jax. With that one swift errant punch, she created an iconic moment with Becky Lynch, a bloody mess. Yeah, it looked cool since it's never been done before. This has been emulated ever since ad nauseum. My question is, as ratings lower, more people get turned off why does nobody at AEW say, hey, we should probably turn down unappealing looking sites on the show? Maybe I'm just a guy that enjoys looking at hot chicks and not being mutilated. P.S. Better hair band, Rat or Dawkins? Rat, definitely. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But you gotta understand that Tony did, like, he's literally said, I don't know why people like think this is like unusual. Tony literally said, I book for the sickos. And like I don't see anything that's changed from that from that mission statement. Having two hot chicks like this out there bleeding all over the place with each other, I'm not, like I agree with this. I'd rather see them, embrace their sex appeal and just have a regular match. And just, I don't know. What do you think about this?
So I want to answer this Rock question because my friend that he was in the Navy with me, when we would drive back home from the ship, he would play like all the Rock. He was into everything, bro. And he used to play a lot of Rat and Dawkins. And for my money, it's Dawkins. The other thing is, so Disco doesn't like that with the girls bleeding and all that. I'd prefer that they didn't. And because obviously nothing about that is. But I think, and I don't think they just do it because the men do it. They see that it gets a reaction and they want a reaction. And I think that it gets super over with the hardcores and their fan base. Oh, look how tough she is.
Right.
Well, what's tough? You bladed yourself and that's it?
Right. Yeah. Next is, this is interesting. Oh, by the way, I want to tell a story. Mark Mann relayed a story to me today.
Right.
And I'd like to ask you about this story.
Right.
He was asking us about, like, he asked, besides me and you, who were like the main people in the hot news clique?
Right.
And I said, besides me and him, right? Me and Men. I said Kidman, Jericho, and then he said Konnan, right? I said, yeah, like, okay. So it actually goes, so this is a story he related to me. I wanted to ask you if this is a true story. He said you guys got upgraded to first class one time. You were sitting next to Mad in first class. Okay, and the flight attendant came by and asked you if you wanted a hot towel, and you said, "I would rather have hot news." Is that a true story?
That sounds about right.
So that is a true story.
Yes.
So,
how great is that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I can't believe
would you like a hot
that.
towel? No, I'd rather have some hot news. So she's looking at you probably.
Well, because it's popping Madden.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Next is from Fred Terrell.
Here's the thing I want people to understand, and it still happens, in just about every dressing room. But we literally spent every hour we could in the dressing room just popping each other, you know? And then obviously the whole day, bro.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.